Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a quick walk around on this 2024 Honda Prologue. This is the elite trim level, and this is in that nice North Shore Pearl exterior paint color that looks absolutely awesome and very unique to this vehicle. And the question we're going to answer today, is this the best EV on the market currently? Let's find out. All right, so let's start off with the design here of this vehicle. And before we actually do that, let's talk about the Honda Prologue, because that's really, I wouldn't say a controversy, but that's the thing a lot of people are talking about. And some people are saying, well, isn't this Honda Prologue just a rebadged Chevy Blazer? Well, here's the deal. Yes, this vehicle does ride on the Ultium platform from General Motors. And yes, this vehicle is produced in a General Motors plant, but this vehicle is uniquely Honda, and I'll kind of show you why. And actually, funny thing is, the key itself, yes, it has a Honda badge on the back there, but this key is basically taken exactly from a Chevy Blazer and basically just rebadged as a Honda key. Yes, that is very much the same, but the design of this Honda Prologue, in my opinion, is better than that of the Chevy Blazer, Chevy Equinox, and let me explain why here. So this vehicle is nice and clean. The lines are very nice and clean, and the other thing is this vehicle doesn't stand out as a crazy looking EV that some automakers are doing. Honda went very, very traditional on the styling on this vehicle. LED headlights here, LED daytime running lights. This North Shore Pearl exterior paint color is awesome on this one, and it's really a unique color for Honda. Now, this one does have sensors on the bottom here that go all the way across the front for the front sensing system, and you do have fog lights down here as well. Honda badge there on the front. Unique thing here, though, is that everything is basically cut off here on the front. So it's just all aerodynamics here on the front. No vents, because this is an electric vehicle. You don't need those aerodynamic or those cooling systems in the front of the vehicle. So let's come on over to the side here. Unique Honda wheels here. This is on the elite trim level. So these are very nice wheels here on the side. And then you do have your charge port over here that I'm going to come here around the side here. I'm going to show you the charge door itself. All right, so charge port here on this Honda Prologue. General Motors has announced that it is going to all of the NACS ports or NACS ports in the future, but currently the Prologue is built just like every other General Motors products with the CCS port here. So it has the J1772 on the top there and the nice DC fast charging CCS port on the bottom there, and this door does shut manually, which is a little different from the General Motors products that does actually have a automatic kind of mechanical one to close it. Here's the thing. I think this one's going to be the one that actually lasts the longest, because those machine operated ones or the motor operated ones, if it gets cold out or you use that thing a ton, there is a chance that that could in the long term break down. So Honda, I think, did the right decision on just doing a manual one here. Now, coming to the mirror, this mirror on this elite trim level is all black painted. Does have the camera on the bottom there for your 360-degree camera, which I'll show you on the inside. You do have black chrome or black finished gloss on the door handles there, gloss black on the bottom here, and then also these gloss black roof rails that run all the way to the back of the vehicle here, and you can get some crossbars that go across the back to then put some stuff there on the top there. So very nice. Now, here's the thing. On this platform here, this vehicle with all-wheel drive is rated for 273 miles of all-electric range, which is, you know, fairly decent for this price point. This vehicle stickers for $59,000, but here's the great part. If you buy this vehicle before the end of the year, this vehicle does qualify currently for the $7,500 federal EV tax credit. And yes, that is a Honda that qualifies. And this vehicle has crazy low interest rates here in December of 2024 before the incentives for the EV vehicles change coming in with the new administration here in the United States beginning in 2025. So if you're looking for a Honda Prologue, now is a great time to buy a Honda Prologue with all the deals that are going on right now. Let's go to the back. All right, so now we're in the back of the Honda Prologue, and you're going to see that instead of a Honda badge back here, they actually spelled out Honda, all the 5 letters back here on the back. I think it looks really good here on the back, a little unique to the Honda brand, which is good. Gloss black finish here between the 2 taillights here that are LED bulbs there for the reverse and the brake lights and everything, all LED there inside that. You have Prologue spelled out here with the elite trim level right there. And then you have E all-wheel drive right down there as well. So you know this is an all-wheel drive version. And obviously it is electric for the E badge there. rear wiper blade here, and then you do have sensors down here on the bottom with this gloss black finish, and of course the backup camera right there. And then down below that, you have this really nice silver gloss finish on the bottom there. Overall, it's a really nice clean design back here that really just continues that trend of a traditional clean design that Honda used in the front of the vehicle. Now, let's pop open this trunk, and you see that you have a power hatch here on the back of the Honda Prologue. In the back seats here, you have 25.2 cubic feet behind the second row here in space. Is this the biggest vehicle in the world? No, okay? But can you still fit plenty of cargo back here? Some roller suitcases, some strollers, that kind of stuff? Yes, you can fit some stuff back here. And then you also down underneath here, let me move these mats out of the way here. Underneath the bottom here, you do have a little bit of storage down here, and then you have your accessibility for the stuff for your spare tire. So still plenty of space. These seats in the back also do fold completely flat, and if you want to carry something long in this vehicle, you could do that with the seats completely flat there. Let's go up to the middle row now. All right, so now we're back here in the back seat. Real quick, I just wanted to go over the window sticker. We were kind of talking about it in between, talking about some other things here. But on the window sticker, MSRP again on this vehicle, $59,750, 273 miles of all-electric range. If you charge this vehicle from 0 to 100% on a level 2 charger, 240 volt, it says it's estimated about 9.5 hours to charge from 0 to 100% there. You have some other information on this sticker. None of this really that important there. But most important thing, this vehicle is built in Mexico there, in Ramos or Arizpe, Mexico. And I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly. But let's pop this back door open here for the rear. Now, back door opens up fairly wide here, so you can get some seats, some car seats, that kind of stuff in it. Or you can just have some more space just to get inside of it. But this has a two-tone finish here on the leather seats there. So you have this nice cream color here, nice grayish cream color with the black accent power window back here that you can use for your doors. And then you also have that cream with the black interior there. It's really kind of a gray with black interior there. And these seats are very cushioned. And let's jump on inside so we can see how they fit a 5'9"er, which I am, 5'9". And here's the thing. This seat is pushed back for me. I kind of sit a little bit further away from the steering wheel than some people may at 5'9". So even with that, I still have about a foot of space here. I can really recline. Now, head space is not that restricted, but if I were to sit all the way up to up top there, I could brush my hair. I just have to comb over a little bit further there without brushing my head. But overall, very spacious. I do have air vents back here. I also do have two USB-C ports back here, which are nice to have. And I do have a middle seat here, or a middle seat with the middle armrest that has two cup holders on that as well. Let's go up to the front. All right, before we get into the driver's seat here, I did want to show you underneath the hood, because a lot of EV vehicles actually have a frunk, and sadly, this Honda Prologue does not. All of your engine and some of your, you can kind of see a little bit of electronics and everything in here. I obviously would not touch any of this stuff here, leave this up to a mechanic, but you'll still see in this vehicle that there's no frunk here in the front of this vehicle. There's just kind of the electric motor right here in the front versus a frunk inside there. So kind of disappointing. I wish the Honda and Chevy, and this is really kind of Chevy's doing or GM's doing, because none of their vehicles in the front here really have a frunk. So I wish they really would have that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have it. So what are you going to do about it, right? So let's go up to the front seat now. All right, so here on the front of the Prologue here, you will see that on the door handle, you do have a little silver chrome finish there. And that's because you have intelligent access here. So I can get inside the vehicle. Vehicle's unlocked right now. And then I can get out, press that silver button, and now the door is locked because the key's in my pocket. Now, if I wanted to get back in, press the door again with the key in my pocket, and guess what? It is now unlocked. So intelligent access, very nice to have here. Obviously, that feature's been around for a long time, but it's nice to have in a vehicle. If you've had it and then don't have it anymore, I can tell you it's nice to have. So coming over to the door panel here, you do have memory seating, two-way memory seating here. You have your power window options, your power mirror options, and you do have folding mirrors here on this vehicle. You'll see the mirror folding there. So very nice to have that. And then you do have your unlock buttons all there, and then some cup holders down here on the bottom. Now, this down here on the seat is where you control your power seats here. You do have power seats here with two-way lumbar, and the seats overall are very comfortable here in the Honda Prologue. let's jump on in and let's turn the screen on. And this is where I can tell you some more differences about this vehicle versus the Chevy and GMC companions there. All right, so welcome inside the Prologue. Kind of give you a look out the back there. You'll see that C and D pillars are pretty big and pretty thick. A little hard to see out the back, but guess what? You do have blind spot monitoring here, so it will let you know, and you'll see a little car illuminate when a vehicle is in your blind spot. You do have a window there as well that helps with a little bit of blind spot there in the front of the vehicle and helps you park a little bit there as well. Now, let's look above our head. You do have a panoramic sunroof here that stretches all the way to the back of the vehicle. Very nice. You have the controls here for that panoramic sunroof. You also have OnStar here because this, again, is a GM product. You have OnStar here in this vehicle. Now, coming on down, you do have an auto-dimming rear view mirror. And then coming all the way down here, you have this nice touchscreen here that's in the middle of your console here. And guess what? Yes, you'll see the logo. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, whereas in its GM companion partners there, the Chevy Blazer, namely in the Chevy Equinox, they don't have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So I'm very thankful that Honda kept that in this vehicle, and I can still do Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you want an EV that's a really nice EV that charges pretty fast, get a Honda Prologue that gets you Apple CarPlay if that's a big thing for you. Now, you'll see that you do also have 360-degree camera here. So you have that when you're backing up, and you also can go through a whole bunch of different controls here. This has Google built in, so you have all of your Google Maps there, which is very nice to have. The other nice thing is that it will carry over to your center screen there, and so you'll know that your navigation right there in the middle of your screen as well. So very nice to have. Honda really thought that out. Now, coming down here to the bottom, you have dual zone climate control here. You also do have three-way heated seats for the front two passengers. You also have three-way ventilation seats here in this vehicle. And you do have a heated steering wheel. Very nice, especially on these cold mornings there. You also can control your climate control right here. Then coming down a little bit further, you have two USB-C ports here, a 12-volt outlet right there. And then you do have this storage space right here that you can then just put some stuff, purse, wallet, that kind of stuff down there. Two very big cup holders here. Very nice to have that. Turn you around a little bit. You have your wireless charging pad. You slide your phone down in there. And then a nicely padded armrest here that you can pop open, and you have some storage space down there as well. Very nice. Now, let's go to the steering wheel here. Nice thick steering wheel that is heated, especially on this cold morning here. It is nice to have a heated steering wheel there. On the left or right-hand side of this, you have your answer hang-up button, and then you also have some controls here for the radio sections there, and then you also have some controls on the left-hand side here for your adaptive cruise control with lane centering, that kind of stuff. Now, here's the big thing here. This vehicle is made by General Motors, and guess what? It does not have Super Cruise. So you do not have Super Cruise on this vehicle there available. So that is one thing that does stink here versus the GM companion mates there, is that you don't have Super Cruise like those GM products does have. So now you can go through a whole bunch of different menus here. You can, like I said, have your maps up there. You can go through things like your audio there on the right-hand side. You can also, by clicking this, we'll continue through. You can have a digital speedometer with your temperature and everything on the right hand or left hand side there, and then you have your range down here, and then you have your turn knob for your display there for your shifter here, and the shifter is right here. You got to push it to you to go to neutral, up for reverse, down for drive, and then push down right here for park. So very nice that that's right there. Now, here's the other thing where it's different between the Chevy Blazer. You do have a start button here, whereas in the Chevy Blazer, you just basically get in and the vehicle starts itself. So it's kind of nice to have that control over the vehicle as well. Looking out the outside there again, and then these seats, very, very comfortable seats there in this Honda Prologue. All right, so that's been a quick walk around on the Honda Prologue. Again, this is the elite trim level. So this is really the top of the line for Honda on the Prologue. And this one, yes, does start out just below $60,000. But after incentives and currently in December of 2024, this vehicle qualifies for the federal EV tax credit like we talked before. So you can get a decent deal on this vehicle to bring that price down. Plus, some locations and actually Honda itself is offering 0% financing currently in December of 2024. After December of 2024, who knows where those incentives will go, but currently you can buy this vehicle for a great deal. So if you have any questions about this vehicle, let me know, and also let me know Do you think this is the best electric vehicle on the market? My opinion on the Honda Prologue is it's very comfortable. It's coming from, yes, General Motors, but it has a Honda twist on it. So I think the Honda dealership feeling of being in a Honda dealership and the upscale, the really reliability feel of being in a Honda dealership, and you know that you have Honda dealerships really across the nation. Very nice to have. And so I think Honda did a very good job putting their twist on a General Motors product. And it also has things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It also has things like the Honda Link system with your phone. Plus, you have some of the benefits of General Motors with the OnStar program in this vehicle. I think it's a really good mixture of the two companies put together. And I think this vehicle is a really good competitive vehicle in the segments that it competes in there with the Teslas, the Ford Mach-E, you have the Chevy and GM products there, and you have more that are coming out daily, it feels like, from Kia and Hyundai and Volkswagen. So there's so many brands that are competing against this vehicle, and I think Honda has done a good job with designing in this vehicle and really making it feel like at home for its Honda customers. So let me know if you have any questions about this vehicle. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification so that you stay up to date on all of our videos, and we'll see you in the next one.